Hello, my name is Ana Charinel. Hello, my name is Ana Charinel Peña, and today I'm going to be talking about the strength of consciousness. The outline that we're going to follow about this topic are the concept, origin, characteristic, and principles representers. So, the first one is what is a strength of consciousness? A stream of consciousness is a method of narration that in which the writer represents the thoughts of the character. But it's not just it's like a monologue, but it's not a 100% like that because a stream of consciousness is like the basically thoughts that a person can have in his or her mind. So he will have that the stream of consciousness is a method of narration that describes happenings in the flow of thoughts in the minds of the characters. Another appropriate term for this device is internal monologue, where the individual thought processes of a character associated to his or her actions are portrayed in the form of a monologue that addresses the character itself. Therefore, it is different from the dramatic monologue or socio guide, where the speaker addresses the audience or the third person. So here it says that uh, it's written the thought process of a character. So, like I was saying before, it's not like a monologue, even though it looks like one, but it's like the basics thoughts, the thoughts that appears in one's mind. So here we have an example so that you can understand better what a strain of consonants is. Cold, bright, wish I had my sunglasses. Well, faster. Late again, always late. Did I send my script? Should I have practiced more? Or, oh, hi, Dylan. Which class was he in? Shoes untied. Oh, colors, street, red, orange. Bright, faster, late, 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 so bright. So in this example, if you can see closely, it's like if I'm walking to the university and I have this thoughts in my mind, like a normal thought that appear in one's mind. So that's why it's different from a monologue, because a monologue it's more like you expressing your thoughts in a more formal way, but stream of consciousness is the thoughts that you can have day to day. So here we have the origin of this term. It says that stream of consciousness is a style of writing developed by a group of writers at the beginning of the 20th century. It aimed at expressing in words the flow of characters' thoughts and feelings in their minds. The technique the technique aspires to give readers the impression of being inside the minds of the characters. Here we have that this concept, this way of writing, was developed at the beginning of the 20th century. Here we have the characteristics of a stream of consciousness. We have that it has lack some or all punctuation. Let's go back to the example. In this example, there is no a lot of punctuations, just the interrogation marks. But anything but that, and the period at the end of the paragraph. But anything of that, there's no other punctuation. Let's continue. Uses the narrative techniques of internal monologue because basically it's the thoughts of one's character. It's marked by the standardized of thought repetition. Let's go back to the example. We have a repetition at the end of the paragraph that is late, late, late. And sensory association. The representers of this term, the first one that I have here, is William James, who was the first person that used this term. He used it is in his book, The Principles of Psychology. He writes, "It is nothing joined. It flows. A river or a stream is the metaphors by which it is most naturally described. In talking of it hereafter, let's call it the stream of thought, consciousness, or subjective life." Other representatives, let's say that even though I have said that it was um, it was originated in the 20th century, uh, it's like the stream of consciousness doesn't have a specific time in which it was developed. And you have some of the authors that used this uh, way of writing. We have Virginia Woolf, who is particularly well known for his narrative technique, along with some other modernist heavy hitters like James Joyce, William Faulkner, and Marcel Proust. Those particular authors were writing in the 1920s and 30s, but the stream of consonant isn't limited to a particular time period or literally movement. That's what I was talking about. It's unusual, but it has been used by others like Ken Kesey and Sylvia Plath in the 1960s, as well as Irving Welsh, George Saunders, and Jonathan Safran Foer in the last decade or so. So this is all. I hope that you can understand about this incredible way of writing, in which a writer who writes the thoughts of one's person. Thank you so much.